We are live.
Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. And from the notes, I don't see that we have any public comments. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from November 17th?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we'll move forward to 2024-25 budget to talk about November early voting sites.
Okay, we're in the process now, of the budget, submitting the budget to the county office for approval. And in past elections for presidential, we've always had 5 sites. And my question to y'all is, do y'all want to continue? I gave y'all in March. And want to, and the additional site that we have for November is the Coronado Center. Are y'all fine with me budgeting for these 5 sites, or
does that include the one that we have, the smaller one that we have? I'm trying to think of
Elmira?
Elmira.
It does.
Okay.
It'll be the 4 that we have for March
Uh-huh.
plus Coronado
Okay.
Center.
So do we just vote on that now?
If y'all, I'm just asking for y'all's approval that,
Okay.
if y'all, I didn't know if y'all wanted me to budget for additional sites and let's start looking for,
Well, it's going to be a November election. It's probably going to be a very big turnout.
Mhm.
I certainly think we need 5.
Yeah, we need 5 at least.
okay.
Have you heard from Nolan that's on our agenda? Did you hear anything from
I
Nolan?
sent him a copy of the
Okay.
agenda
And you didn't hear anything?
he did not
Okay.
send any information back
Okay.
to me.
Okay, so I guess we're in agreement about 5.
Okay. And are there any other concerns that y'all, have with our budget? Just, of course, I'll bring it to y'all.
And this
before
is
I
for
submit it.
November early
This is
voting.
for this will be for next year, and we'll only have the one election in this budget.
Mhm.
So which is the November election.
But is it? I guess my question is, for the budget discussion, are we only talking about budgeting for November early voting sites, or are we talking
No,
about?
everything
general.
next year. It'll be from
Well,
July 1st through June the 31st. And so within that year,
Mhm.
we'll only have that one election.
Do you have the budget? I mean, do you have the budget that we can look at that you're proposing? Or
I will once I start working on that.
okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
will.
Okay.
I will.
So you just want to know now, do we have any suggestions before you start working?
Exactly. That I need to include.
Okay.
when I-
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you'll look at all the different dates and so forth
Mhm.
and put those
And I'll-
in and then bring
right.
it to us and then we can,
Exactly. I'll
Okay.
give y'all different, options.
yeah, just wanted to make sure.
Right.
Okay. Anybody else? have
The only thing I would say is that we've moved into a new location,
Mhm.
and you've been here for a while. Is there anything that you see that has
Good point.
not been accounted for, or you might need more of this, or something should have been here that wasn't here?
We actually, I think everything seems to be, has worked out fine. We need to get rid of some things, which we we're having a district meeting here this month. So that consists of 10 us and 9 other counties that's in our district.
Mhm.
And we're going to let them look at it first to have first choice to
Mhm.
see if any of those are interested, because it's
Oh, yeah.
strictly election, related
Mhm.
supplies that the county couldn't benefit from. I've
Mhm.
already spoken with the county about it. So once we get rid of some of this stuff that we no longer use and need, that'll give us really the extra space that we're looking for. Because we did have a lot to move into this building when we moved, and a lot were stored in this, the storage facilities. And once we got it all here,
Yeah, it's
we-
like all
it,
of
it was
us.
like, oh,
We all need to
okay.
do that.
Yeah. Yes. So I think once we get rid of some of that, because the one thing we did lose was the storage building,
Mhm.
and that's over at maintenance
And
now.
Do you have you had information from the state about anything that might be extra that might be required, or is that something that will come hopefully before you finish?
Yeah, hopefully before we'll find out at the training in
February?
February. The only thing they're asking, is that we do voter ID awareness, and we've been Karen and Judson have actually we're following the library and the mobile libraries, and they're setting up and sending flyers out.
Mhm.
They've been to the Mako Bigelow Center, and now we're going to continue to do this. And they take their equipment with them
Mhm.
to, if somebody is interested in getting a photo ID.
Mhm.
We're going to do that through January, and then we're going to stop. But then once we get through the March election, then we'll start that back up.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah,
good
we
to know.
hopefully can hit some of the other county
Mhm.
buildings and things that.
Do you have all the personnel that you need, or you probably all?
Yeah, I mean we'll bring in what we bring in for additional help during the elections.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Good. And you have some more information that you need to give the board, the training dates.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So I was just. Did I give? Let me see. They sent it to us. Karen, do you mind? Yeah, the training.
talking
I
about-
made
It's in our
copies.
packets. I
Oh,
think.
it is. There it is. Okay.
Do you have it?
They have it. Yes.
Okay.
That's just our training dates we've set up for the March election, for election day, for our chief judges and judges and our assistants. So that's just where they'll take place and the times. And then I put some information if you're going to attend the February conference. I put the agenda in there, and just let me know whether you are going or not going, so I can, adjust the.
I can tell you, I'm being taken against my will to Disney World that weekend.
Okay.
So I will not be there.
And you're not going, and you're
Yeah.
not going. So, I mean,
I'm gonna
and,
go to
and just
a
let me
Disney
know.
meeting.
You can check and let me know. And I'll check with Noah as well. And then the NCOA cards, they're going to be mailed Friday. I think it's when we finally got our report. And Karen, how many did we have?
Just around 1,200.
And what that is the NCOA cards are people who have changed their address at the post office,
Mhm.
and the post office contacts the state, and they kind of we process voter change. We send them a card, that you had moved. Do you want to update your address? And then they send. The only problem with that is it's usually if you have a household and the wife goes and does the address change, well, then the NCOA card only goes to her. The rest of the household is responsible for changing their address. But
Is there a notice on whatever is sent that says that? Or is
I
it-
don't think it says that as far as it being in a household. But a lot of time, I will say most of the time, if the spouse gets it, they're gonna call. Well, I got mine, but my husband didn't.
Oh,
or
okay.
my-
So you get
so
calls
we, and
about
then
it.
we can, we
Good.
do get calls about it. But so those will be going out.
And these 1,200, are these people who have changed their address within the county, or do they include people who moved into the county?
Both. And well,
Most, Well,
Yeah, most is
out, mostly either within or out.
out. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
Because they're changing their mailing address with the post
like
office.
forward
so-
my address to
Mhm.
this county. And we get ones from other counties. They'll send us, now I live in Alamance.
Mhm.
So then we will send them a voter registration form
Mhm. Mhm.
at that point.
Okay.
All right. And then I did want to let you know that the absentees, the date was changed to July 19th.
January
I mean,
19th?
excuse me, yes, January 19th. The state board had a resolution that was dated November the 28th of 23, where they required absentee ballots to be distributed. That date was moved from 50 days to 45 days. I think it was due to the filings being so close to and getting ballots ready.
Mhm.
So we actually got our ballots today for to be mailed out. So we're good to go as far as getting ours out on the 19th.
Okay, so items that we need to have this board decision on.
Okay, so this is just resolutions to this one's one y'all need to sign. It's just concerning the time to meet to approve. And the reason we do this resolution is the statute requires that we meet at 5 o'clock,
Mhm.
and we meet at 2 o'clock. So we
Okay.
have to do this resolution, and that's basically all that is stating is that we're changing, the meeting time.
Okay.
And I mean, the
Here
camp,
you go.
yeah, this is the meeting time, that one. And then the second resolution is just the time to meet to, wait a minute, that one is the time to
2 o'clock.
count. Okay, that one's to count them.
Okay.
And then this one is the resolution to meet. So we have,
So when are we going to meet to count the absentee ballots? Is that
to run them through the tabulator will be election day
Yeah.
at 2 o'clock.
at 2 o'clock?
It's-
Both are
right.
at 2. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I just need y'all's approval for those.
Thanks.
And those will be published in the paper as well. Okay, and the appointment of early voting officials. These are, I gave y'all a copy. I'll just, Brian, if you just want to start with one. If y'all approve these names that were submitted by the parties we asked them to submit names for officials to work early voting. I did hear back, now we do, when we make scheduling for early voting, because of it being elections and we want it ran properly and fairly, we ask, the people to work every day,
Mhm.
whether it's a half a day or a full day. And I did hear back that some of these names, they said they could work certain days. And I don't know which ones they were, but when we go to do the we're still asking that y'all approve these names. And when we go to do the scheduling, we'll find out. So the names that you approve might not be able to work for us.
Okay,
But
because they might not work enough
they might can only
hours.
they might can only work one day this week or one day next week, and we need people the whole time.
And what exactly do these people do?
Well, it depends on we have different positions. You have the check-in, which requires being able to work a laptop. That's when you look people up.
Right.
And then we have the ballot. We have the express vote, and then the people that will take you from the check-in and enter your information into the express vote and explain to you how to vote there, and then the tabulator assistants, and then we have curbside workers. We have greeters.
But I guess
So we don't know when we start. We will. What we do is, we also have these names. These are judges and chief judges that we have that has expressed interest in working early voting and have worked in the past.
I guess my question is, and I hate to be,
No, that's fine.
but for clarification, what is the difference between these people then and what you're describing? It sounds like precinct assistants.
It's basically the same. I mean, that's what they do, but they only work. They're going to work because a lot of
Precinct assistants work every day though, right?
precinct assistants work election day.
Only on election day.
Only.
So these are the early voting equivalent of the precinct assistants on election day.
That's correct.
That,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then
Sorry,
also,
Sorry, I just wanted to
No,
make sure I
that's fine.
understood.
and then these are, like I said, these are names that we also express to the party chairs that, they're judges and chief judges that will be working the early voting sites as well.
Okay.
So what we need from y'all is to approve these names. That's the new this is something y'all have not done in the past. And this was a resolution by the state board on appointing, early voting officials. The party chairs, I contacted the party chairs 21 days prior to this meeting and let them know that this was the meeting that workers would be appointed. We needed them to submit the names by the 5th business day before this appointment date. And so this list right here are the names that they submitted. Now, that does not mean that they will work. And also, this doesn't apply to if someone, a vacancy or something like that. And we do use people just to work lunch hours. So what we'll do is once we get all the approvals, we'll go through our sites, see how many, because some sites require more workers than others, see what we need. And then we send an interest finder out as well. Do you want to work express votes, tabulate, we curbside, check-in, and they let us know what, we give them a choice. What's your first choice, second choice?
And based on all this, this would give you enough people if
well, we're not, we will
prune through it.
Yeah. And a lot of times they'll say they work, and then when we contact them again, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know I had to work the whole time, and I can't do it."
Right.
So,
or somebody's sick or has a relative or something.
But we get it filled.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember.
And, yeah. So,
I remember getting those phone calls.
yes.
Okay, so Brian, you want to start the early voting official names submitted by the party chairs? Here you go. Again.
Just like someone.
Yes, I'm one. I just gave one for y'all to look over and have.
And we just need to approve this, right?
Yeah, you can, yes, just sign that one sheet. Mhm. And if y'all say that y'all approve, you know, that you're
Okay.
approving. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And the last item for y'all is these are just judge replacements for election day. The chief judge in O3C is unable to work election day, so we, one of the judges is going to step in as a replacement chief judge.
Mhm.
We haven't found anybody to take her place yet, but we will submit that name once we do. And we had a replacement, a chief judge in West Graham. She resigned, so we replaced her with one of her judges, and then we had another lady who will fill in the judge position. So we're actually looking for, and then we found a judge for South Newland that was not in y'all's original approval.
Mhm.
So right now we're just missing the one judge,
Good.
but so these are just replacements or permanent for the March primary.
Good.
And letters are going out today or today and tomorrow. They're being emailed and snail mailed to the judges and chief judges about the training and working.
Mhm.
Okay. And
So do we have any other business?
well, I was just going to tell you on January the 23rd, we're having the district meeting here. And then the county is having the budget retreat meeting here also on January the 29th. That's at all the commissioners and all the county management and finance and all will be pretty much taking over this area to have the retreat here. It'll just be one day, but it should.
So let me go back and just, so
Okay.
the 23rd, what's happening here?
That's our District 4 meeting. That's where usually the directors from the district, you know,
Right.
like Guilford and Orange and the other 9 additional counties that's in our district, that we meet and kind of brainstorm off each other, you know.
The reason I'm asking, for some reason on my calendar, I had Board of Elections virtual conference regarding emergency planning. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's going to disappear. Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay.
And then, sorry, my brain was
No,
on
that's
that. What
okay.
were the other dates again?
Then the 29th, the county, they're gonna hold the budget retreat here.
Mhm, mhm.
And so,
So they're glad you have this nice building now to meet
yes,
in.
they come and, you know, look at it and they're like, yes. I mean, we're gonna have to rearrange a little bit, but not too much for them. And then also I gave everybody the board dates that's coming up. If you'll just notice the next one
January 30th.
is January 30th. That'll be an absentee meeting. We will notify y'all if we have any
Okay,
absentees to approve. That
Okay.
would really be all it would be.
all right.
Then the next one, if you notice, is February 6th, which is the last day of the conference. The conference is over at 11:30. So if even if you're not going to the conference,
He and
We
I
need it-
both will be still.
right,
going.
y'all will be away. So I'm hoping, Noah, at least y'all three can show up for
Yeah.
that day at 2:00. It'll just be for absentee approvals.
If not, and you let me know, I can get on the phone or
Okay.
whatever. Okay.
All right. And then again, any of these absentee meetings for, if there are no absentees to be approved, if it's just the absentee meeting, we'll let y'all know, in advance.
Okay.
You know, it can't be too far. It will be after 5:00 the day before, because that's our cutoff. If anything we got,
Okay.
received the day before the board meeting y'all would approve the next day. So we would let you know that evening
Okay.
after the mail runs. But that's all I have. If y'all have any questions or,
I think I've exhausted all my
no,
questions.
you're fine.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All in favor?
Okay. Well, thank y'all. Y'all be
Thank you.
safe out there.
Yeah, y'all be safe.